Good evening. Let me just adjust this a little bit. And welcome. My name is Michelle Dutrissa, and I'm an independent demonstrator. Now, please just excuse me. I am looking at my phone here, just trying to set it up. Let me just make sure everyone can hear me. I haven't muted myself. Good. I'm just setting up my phone camera here. Just running a little bit late. I'm terribly sorry. I hope you've all had a good day. I've been very busy. So let's just see if I can get this all working well tonight. Okay, do we have any sound now? Deborah, you know who Daryl is? I hope so. Okay, can everybody hear me? Hello, Anne. And you have two screens, that's okay, because I'm going to pop you onto one screen in a moment. Okay, great, sounds good. Okay, let's just go straight onto my desk view. Okay, what we're going to play with tonight are the Memory and More cards that came in the mini catalogue. So this is the Sweet Thoughts, Memories and More. I've had them now for about a week and I haven't had a chance to play with them all as yet. So I thought I'd pull them out and have a little bit of a play. So I'm going to do a little bit of casing. So I'm going to case a couple of ideas from the catalogue. Hello, Kylie. How are you? Great to see you on here. If you have any ideas of something that we can do, please let me know. I'm going to try, well, I haven't pulled out any stamps or any ink, so I'm only going to use what I've got here. The only other thing that I have pulled out is that in our annual catalogue, we have the Memories and More white cards. So I've got some of those. So with the Memories and More cards, you get the pack of cards, and then you can also purchase the, let me just grab them here, the cards and envelopes. So this is the one that goes with the set, and I'm just going to, that's the card base, and then the two colors that the card bases come in, and then you have the matching envelopes, particular envelope, and then you have, and these are really great if you just have, handy if you're wanting to, one day not necessarily do any inking up or anything like that, and you just want to put some quick cards together. I generally use them in photo albums, but I thought today I would play with it, and I've actually got a mini album that I'm going to play with and see if I can use them for that as well, so I can see myself buying another set of these. So, and at the moment too, the cards and envelopes, I think you will find they are available. You can get them for free when you spend either $90 or $180 for the celebration. They've added them onto the celebration list, so that's a good way of getting those. But as I said too, you've also got in your annual catalogue the Memories and More cards. They come in, when you purchase them, you get a pack of this for the small cards, because it's your small card there, and then you have your large card size. So these ones here are 4x6. These ones here are 3x4s. And so you can get envelopes and cards in the smaller size, and you can get envelopes and cards in the bigger size. The beauty of this particular suite is they've actually given us this time round a few extra pack or sheets of stickers. So you've got this one here, which is the rose gold foil. You've got that one. So you've got 2 sheets of this one, 2 sheets of that, and 2 sheets of this one, plus all the cards. Hi, Donna. Thank you for jumping on. Great to see you. So as I said last week, what I generally do when I get stamps that come with the dies, I always take my dies out and keep my dies with my stamp set. So I'm left with a lot of these plastic folders. And what I do is I keep all my Memory and More cards in these folders. So great tip there if you've got these lying around and you're not sure what to do with them. Okay. I could go through with you on all the cards, but I don't think so. I think we're going to get started and just see what we can create today. The only things I've added here, I've got some white baker's twine. I've got some black and white ribbon, which I'm running low on. And I've pulled out some different embellishments that we could use. So let's start playing and see what we come up with. Yeah, I find it's handy. I even keep some photos. If I've got photos that I want to put together so I can work on later in an album, I chuck some photos into them as well. Okay, so I've already had a bit of a look, and I've already put together a few ideas, but I did say I wanted to case one that is in the catalogue. And the one I want to case is this one here. I just love it. And I just thought, oh, that's going to be the first one. So let me just bring that up a little bit. And let's have a look at that one. So you've got here your card base. We've got the Memories and More card with the white with the black writing. We've got a frame. We've got the butterfly. And we've got a sentiment. So we just need to pull out all those pieces. So I found the ones with the writing on it there. I've got my card base, and I've got my butterfly, and there's my a frame. It's like one of the old frames that are around your negatives and so forth. So let's start piecing all of this together. So this is going to be fairly simple because we're copying it from the catalogue, but sometimes it's just really good idea. It's good to get ideas from these things, because I will admit, when it comes to Memories and More cards, I sometimes get a little bit stumped. So what I'm going to do, because I may even lift this on dimensionals, I'm going to build this part up first. So going by the picture, we need this frame first, and I'm going to remove all these little black bits, which I'm getting stuck all over my fingers. Put them down there on my table. I'm a little bit fanatical about taking all those little bits out. That's just me, and I'm just going to use my words here as a guide and pop that straight down on top. Whoops, we want to make sure it's nice and straight, so just let it flop down and then give that a nice push. There we go. So there's the first part. Then on top of that, they've added the butterfly. Now, if we wanted to add a bit of height on that butterfly, I'm going to grab my embossing buddy here. And what I'm going to do, so I'll pop that to one side, is I'm going to take this off because this is a sticker as well. But I'm going to take away that stickiness by adding, using my embossing buddy and just tapping that all over and just removing a lot of that stickiness. So a lot of that will all go. And I want it all gone because I'm going to pop it up on dimensionals. So just give that a really good tap all over. It does take quite a bit of powder on that. If you don't have an embossing buddy, what you can do is you can use like corn flour or baby talc, and it'll do the same sort of thing. You know, if you like your cornstarch baby talc, I think all baby talc's cornstarch these days. Okay, that's taken most of that off. So I'm going to grab my dimensionals and I'm going to pop some of these on. Seems to be silly taking all that stickiness off and then throwing dimensionals on top, but it's just going to stop if it gets pressed down for it to keep it nice and flat rather than some parts being stuck and some parts being stuck down low and some parts being up high because of the dimensionals. Just got to make sure that those dimensionals are well and truly stuck, because any excess powder will stop that. And then we're going to pop that straight on top there. Those dimensionals, so just giving it that little bit of a lift. And then they've used the sentiment, "Love you to pieces." And we're just going to pop that right across there. I hope I've got that nice and straight. And we've got our card base here, and let me just grab my bone folder. Just make sure that when you fold these, you have creased these nicely. And then I'm going to pop a few more dimensionals on the back of that and then adhere that to there. And luckily we get 2 of every one of these cards. So not only can I make another one if I want to make another one, but I've still got another one of these, that pretty design, because it's a shame to lose that, but there's 2 in every pack. So has everyone been having a good day? I see that Sydney got a big storm, so I hope those of you that might be in the Sydney area are okay. We got a big storm here yesterday, but today we just got a little bit of rain about 5 or 10 minutes ago. It sort of came and went, whereas they had a lot of rain apparently in Barrel, maybe even Mittagong earlier today. And we're just going to pop that on top of there. Simple, easy. So that's our first card made. So 1 down. We could add if we wanted to, because I was sort of looking at this earlier, and this is sort of picking up some of these colours. So I'm just going to and also picks up some of these, so we could pop a couple of these on here just to bling things up a little bit. So I might pop one of those there, and I'm going to use that one, and one of those there, and one there, and I might just, I know there's no brown in this, but I think the brown still will go with this quite well. I'll pop that there. It's just a little bit of bling. So there's our first card. You had some thunder, but no storm there, Kylie. And Deborah, you had a bad day today, and you got storms at the moment. Oh, yeah. My parents in Mudgee said that they were supposed to get storms this afternoon as well. So see how we go. So one card down. Let's see what else we can make. Okay, I've got another idea here. So I'm going to pull out this one. This is in the Pretty Peacock. And what I've pulled out here, because I went through my cards, is I'm going to do that one there on the front of this one. But we're going to add a little bit of this. Now, you could add just those layered on top of each other like that, and that would be quite good. But what I thought I'd do, I've got a piece of basic white cardstock here. I'm going to cut a strip off my stripe, because if I can use this in somewhere else on another card, I will, because I really like this paper, this particular design. So I'm going to cut this at, I'm going to cut about 1 inch off. Okay, so I can keep that piece and use that later on another card. So there's my card, my base. Let me just fold this down and pop that there. Now, when I look at this, we've got a lot of design here, and what I thought I might do, like a lot of colour here in that, and balance that off by putting that colour on that side. So I'm going to put a little bit of, I've got my seal here, and I'm just going to pop a little bit of seal down one side. I'm going to use the grid on my glass mat here to line this up, and I just want to only put probably about 1 centimetre, if that, maybe even less than 1 centimetre. Just to give that a bit of colour there. Then what I thought I could do is put a bit of a mat around that. Now, we could put a mat around there, or we could choose, that's in the basic white. And I've pulled out some of the colours that it says on the card pack, what goes with it. And the colours that they've said it's in here now, I know there are more colours than this, but there's pecan pie, crushed curry, calypso coral, and the Pretty Peacock. So we've already got Pretty Peacock in that, so I don't want to go that. We could go white, or we could go Pretty Peacock. That could look nice too, something nice and bright. Okay, so this piece here, I have cut it now. The width of it is 7.5, whoops, no, it's 8.5 centimetres. So if I cut piece 9, so I'm going to cut this piece here. So I'm allowing 1/2 inch, or 1/2 centimetre, I'm sorry, or 2.5 mil around. The depth of my card is 10.2, so I want to cut the depth of this at 10.7. And that's going 1/2 centimetre big again. So that can be matted just like that. Just keeping these very, very simple. Now there's our card base there. And I actually put that on a bit crooked. I'm going to trim this down a little bit because I don't like crooked. So I'm going to make this a little bit narrower. And hopefully I can get this nice and straight and same. I'm just trimming this down a little bit just to take away my crookedness. Oh, I'm a little bit too crooked there. Okay, I'm just going to have to go around this one more time. Just shaving off the hair. Now you do know how, don't you? How to take, if you've put something on with I think it'd work with snail, or with dimensionals, and you've stuck it down and you can't get it off. I don't have any with me handy at the moment. I used to always carry it in my crafting kit, but dental floss. And what you do is you get your piece of dental floss, get it underneath, and saw it backwards and forwards, and that should be able to lift anything too. So if you do get things stuck on a bit crooked and you want to lift it and reposition it, have some dental floss lying around in your crafting kit. Works really well. Okay. Yeah, the colours are pretty, aren't they, Kylie? So I haven't stuck this down yet. Is there anything we think that we could add to this? We could add a bow in that, or we could add, just feel like it needs a little bit of something. Maybe baker's twine in the white, just to just sort of wondering whether that black and white, I like the black and white, but is it going to be too thick? I know I don't have much of this ribbon, so what I'm going to do, this is a little trick. I'm just going to take a length, a bit more than what I need, and I'm going to tie a knot. So I'm not going to tie a bow, but I'm going to tie a knot, and hopefully I might have to make that just that little bit bigger. If you've got small pieces of ribbon, this is what you can do. Tie a knot there, and then I want to cut that about there. And then that can go. Probably could have done it with a little bit less. I've got more than I need now. Probably gone a bit overboard. Okay. Put that piece there. Might just tighten it up just that little bit more. Trim a little bit more off that side. Don't want to cover up that sentiment too much. And again, we're going to add some dimensionals to the back of this one. Pop that one onto there. So there's another card done. So there's that one. Just keeping them really, really simple. So there's our second card. Now let's have a look, because there was another one on here. Had an idea in here, and I really like this. This one here they've done is I think is a box. And I was having a look at whether I can do something like that using the cards instead. So I really like that. So let's grab another card base and put that one across there like that. So with this one here, they've used this strip here, but it doesn't go right across from side to side. Now, if you made a box and you had sides, it would. Well, what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to put these flowers here in this section here, I'm going to cut this. So I think I'm going to judge this, and I think I'm going to cut that probably around about there. So let me just pop that in there so you can see what we're trying to copy. How many card bases are in a pack? In a pack, there's 20 card bases and 20 envelopes. So there's quite a few. And the envelopes are so pretty. I mean, okay, they're that from the outside, but isn't that with that beautiful paper on the inside? It's gorgeous. I actually want to do a scrapbook page using the card bases and envelopes. Haven't worked it out yet. I think I'm definitely going to be here ordering another pack somehow. Okay, so I want to pop this, and I'm going to pop that probably about there. and then bring this one in about there. Then they've got on top of that a piece of the foil. So let me grab the foil bit that I had before, which is here. And there's 2 strips here. So I'm just going to take one of those. And it's not, again, not going to go the whole way. So I'm going to cut that. And I'm going to pop, let's have a look. They've popped that just above those flowers. So I'm going to pop that onto there. That was a good guess where I cut. And I'm going to pop this one over there. Then they've got a big bow. Now, I don't have, well, I'll probably have enough ribbon, so let's go for it. And let's pop our ribbon on. Definitely going to have to order some more of this. I love this black and white gingham ribbon. Need a bit more over here. So let's just tie this up and see how we go. Tying bows on a live doesn't always work easily, but what I'm going to do is pop that there, grab a glue dot, find a glue dot on here. There's one. Now I want that to do up probably around about there. Whoops. So I'm going to squish that glue dot down there. Okay, I just need to lift this a bit because I want this to be untwisted. Whoops, that's lifting the glue dot with me. That's okay, we'll just make this work. We'll pop that back down there. I'll just need another glue dot, I think, just to go underneath that. This might not be as big a bow as what they've done, but we'll see how we go. So just want that ribbon not to be, we want to lift it up off that foil a little bit. Yeah, it's not going to be as big a bow, but that's okay. Let me turn my bow upside down. Sometimes I find it's a lot easier doing my bows upside down than it is. A nice tail. So if you've got this on a box and you can afford to have a fairly generous bow, and you want to put it in the mail, I'm just going to push the glue dots up a little bit. So this whole piece here just goes up a little bit higher. Just cut that off there for the moment. Okay, now comes the fun part. We've got to find that floral piece there. So let's pull out all our cards over here. Move that sticker and let's just have a quick look. Should have it, hopefully, there it is, fairly close to the top. So that's the piece that they've used. and they've fussy cut that out. So let's just remove all these bits, and I'm going to cut this with my, I'm just going to use my glass plate. As I said, you don't want to scratch up because this can scratch a little bit. And I've got my, whoops, let's go back onto a single. Sorry about that. There we go. You have issues with bows too, Joan. Okay, so let's just do a little bit of cutting here. So now I am putting a little bit of weight onto, like pressure onto this, because we are cutting through a bit heavier than designer series paper. And I'm just leaving a tiny weeny little border. It hasn't got much of a border though. So I'm cutting fairly close. Remember, as I said to you the other week too, if you hold your blade still and just turn your paper, you will get a much smoother cut than trying to move your blade. Now just be very aware that some of these pieces are quite fine, so you don't want to go too close. Like when I come back down on this side here, it is going to be quite close. Now I am going to leave a little bit of space there, bit of the pretty peacock in between. I'm not going to cut it all out perfectly. I'm just going around those edges. Now it'd be interesting to see how this is coming out, because my eyesight's probably not as good as what it usually is, but I think I'm pretty close. And this area here is almost like a zigzag going around it at the moment. I think I've cut a little bit of the white off of the flower, but whoops. Unfortunately, this does take a little bit of time and a little bit of concentration. So I'm not watching the comments too much at the moment. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is very much like doing paper towel, Deborah, because paper towel was always done with a craft knife, or actually even paper towel was done with two. Well, when I was taught how to do paper towel, it was done with a pair of curved nail scissors, not straight scissors, but curved nail scissors was the way I was taught to do it. Because again, because it got a slight curve in it, it made them easier to go around a curve. But I think I eventually did a lot of mine just with a craft knife. I have got somewhere a scrapbook page that I did of one of my sons, all in paper towel. Just going to dart across here to the other flower. But you really had to love fussy cutting when you did paper towel, because you could be cutting out up to about 7 layers of some things, some items. So never did a huge amount with paper towel, but I worked for Lincraft at the time in Sydney, and I worked in their haberdashery craft section. And one of the ladies used to do a craft class at her place on a Friday night. We all used to go there and learn any of the new products that Lincraft brought into the shop. So we learned how to do paper towel and marbling and quite a few other different things. Really enjoyed. And we used to work on things for ourselves as well. Because the lady Helen, who used to teach us, used to do a lot of different crafts. I'm trying to remember the lady's name. She was a TV celebrity. She used to be on one of the home shows, and she would show different crafts. But she used to pop into the store and pick our brains first. Tonya Todman, that's who it was. Okay, so there you go. There's a little bit of paper cutting there. So who remembers Tonya Todman? I don't even know whether she's still around or not. She'd be a good age now. Put that cover back on that so we don't cut ourselves. And let's bring in our card again. So we're going to pop that. Just having a look at how they've popped it up. They've popped that about there. So I'm going to add some dimensionals to that. Let me see if I can find my dimensional pack again here. Have a habit of putting things down and then not knowing where I've put them. I'll pick up a whole stack of things and it's with that. So let's just grab another one. Here we go. I'll find them later. Tonya someone. Yeah, Tonya Todman, I think was her name. Can't remember the show she was on. One of the home shows. I don't know whether it was yeah, something like I'm trying to think of the home show that's on at the moment. Is it on Channel 7 or Channel 9? Now we've got to make sure. I'm wondering if I've got all this down too low because I've got to make sure that I cover that up. But we have got stickers because we do want to put. Okay, let's just go for it. She was from Adelaide. She lived in Sydney, or they filmed in Sydney because she used to come and see us at Lincraft. This is the Imperial Arcade store, so we were the big store in the city, and she used to come and see us before she filmed. And a couple of times she actually even filmed in our shop with us. Okay, I'm just wondering whether. Let's just see if I can move any of this up because Don't know whether this is going to be nice to me and let me lift. May not. Nah, it's stuck down and I'm not going to force it. So I'll pop this all back. We'll just add some more flowers in there, that's all. So we're going to pop that there. I'll pop that there. But we've got here, because we've got to cover that up. I've just lost something on the floor, that's all right. Put that into there. And let's have a look, because that's what they've done here. They've added some extra of these flowers and things. So they've used some of these. So let's pop a couple of these in here. And one of those. And let's tuck that underneath there. And I'm going to pop another oops, just stuck to my finger. Another one there, and maybe one of these in here as well, just to, and another one there. Okay, so let's just trim those off. And the other thing they've got on here is they've used a happy. And we got happy birthday, happy anniversary. We might do happy birthday, and I'm going to use that one there. And that's just going to go just underneath that happy, just there like that. We've got, whoops, what have I done? No, we've got, yeah, I was wondering whether it was Better Homes and Gardens, Deb, that she was on. Okay, now this has got, I might just use, because these are more of a, might come back and use these ones actually, because this has got that rose gold in it. And if I use some of these, then it's not going to interfere with the rose gold. I think the other one was just too goldish. So let's pop a couple of these on here. So one there. Another one there. And I like to add a third one, which is going to be another small one. And I might add that over there. Okay, so whoops, let's go back. This keeps playing. There we go. There's our third card. So now we've got one. This one here we've cased from the catalogue. That one we've cased from the catalogue. And we've got that one there. Let's do one more, and then we might have to say goodnight from there. Okay, so my card base from that is we're going to use this one. And where's my bone folder? Underneath everything here. Let's see why I end up such a mess, but I am being very good these days and keeping everything nice and clean. Well, this is the one I thought I wouldn't mind doing something with, but I'm still trying to find that bone folder, which I have put somewhere. My spare one. There it is. Now there's two different things I've got an idea for here. It's either using that one or using this one. So let's, with this one here, I thought, you got beautiful, amazing, fabulous, lovely, wonderful, but you've got you are. But I don't think I like that on that background. I think, and I want to use that background one. So I'm thinking we may do that. Probably won't use that so much. There was one other idea I had too. And that was even using, maybe not that one. Or do we put that with the black? That might look. Okay, I'm going to cut this one in half. So this is 6 inches. I'm going to cut this at 3. Why are you glad I'm doing a 4th card, Deborah? Just so I can keep going on this? Because the other one I was thinking of doing, and with the black card, let's see if I can find it amongst all of this. It was a big card too. And I was going to cut it down. It's the one with, just dropped it. It's actually the reverse of this one. Let me just cut this at, oh, it's only just going to cut that. I'm going to cut it that. That just might end up being too small, because I've cut it a bit smaller than 3 inches. But then, because I really like that on the black. Okay, do I do that on that? Okay. Participation help to now. I can do that on that, or that on that. Which one do you prefer? Doing the butterflies or doing this one? And actually, what I might do is I might cut this down to 3 inches. Okay. So Deborah likes the butterflies, so we're going to either go butterflies or flowers? Which one do we want to work on? Okay, let's go butterflies. So that one there is 3 by 4. And I'm going to do this in inches just because it makes it a little bit easier. So I want to go 4 1/8 and 3 1/8. And that can get adhered to that because I don't think it needs a wide border. Just make sure we've got this opening the right way. Yep. So that can go on there like that. Now, what else do we need to add to this? What would you like to see us add on here? Any ideas? Let's just pull out all the stickers so we can actually see them. So we've still got some happy. I think these could be a bit too busy for it because we don't want to add any more butterflies and I don't want to add that one to it. So that one there we might say no. And we've still got the copper foil. Any ideas? You like the foil? Okay, so if we add the foil, what do we want to add? Because we've got some leaves. I'm just wondering what we can, because we've got some foil butterflies. I need a small circle, I think. Do I have anything in my little box of tricks down here? I don't think I'm going to. I don't have much in there at the moment. So, and I don't think, what have I got in punches? Don't have any small circle punches, that's the problem. Okay, let's grab out some dies and let's see what we've got. Not that one. It's a hard one, is it, Deborah? It is a little bit. It makes you think. Sometimes getting out of your comfort zone and being made to think can be a good thing. I'm just looking at what we've got on here. Okay, let's have a look. Let's get something from the stylish shapes. So what I'm thinking is something about yay big. I'm not going to do any stamping, so it's got to be something we've got here that we can use. We may not even use that yet. I'm just thinking, what have we got on some of these that we can cut the words out from? So we don't just have to use the stickers. We just got to work out what we've got. So we could remove that. And we could do word love in one of those colours. Don't need the borders. We just do the love. Let's have a look what else. Just going through this and just one at a time and seeing what's here. Yeah, that's the one that goes with that, which is the smaller. So you could even, if you wanted to remove that, just have that on there. And that's then a card done. But we're looking at using that one. So let's just see. So you got the word love. Okay, which one do you like? Do you like we could use love on there, or is there something else you've seen that I've missed? So let me know. It's too big, too big. Okay, just had a little bit of an idea. Let's just go back in amongst some of these that I've chopped up before. Just looking for the butterflies. I decided I wanted those words. But we've got another one of butterflies. That was a big card. Let's find the other one like that. Okay. So we've got sweet memories, my heart, birthday, love you to pieces, hello for you, love this, anniversary, life, and we've got you are. So we could put probably not the beautiful, amazing, yes, fabulous. Okay, we're going to have you are fabulous, you are lovely, you are wonderful. Or we could just go love. Let's just cut these up. So I don't think it's going to have to be, well, let's just cut all of these up and we'll see which one we can use. One. Okay. Get rid of that. Let's just move that out of the road for the moment. That's going to go onto there. That's a definite. Okay, now we've got to work out which colour you want. You are wonderful. I've just cut up all the loves, Deborah. So we've got love in the garden green, I think it is. Pretty peacock. That one there is the pecan pie. That one there is in the Calypso coral. And that one there is in the crushed curry. Or we can go, you are wonderful. So let's just cut this. It's going to have to be bigger than and I'm going to cut a bit off this side too. Well, let's just cut this wonderful off. A woman can change their mind. Very true. Very true. So if we pop that there, might need to trim that down a little bit more. I think I've got a bit of blue on there and we don't want that. And we've got you are I'm just wondering whether that actually will go right across there like that. Okay. Where are those more stickers? Not that lot. I wanted Sorry, I'm just looking for another sheet. Those two sheets. That sheet. There's one more sheet of stickers. You guys are really seeing how I can easily get in a bit of a muddle here with all my stuff around me. There they are. And I want to put so I'm just layering this up a little bit. Sorry, I'm sort of just got bits and pieces stuck to me everywhere here. These are very sticky stickers. They stick very well. Okay, I'm going to pop that one. That one, and would be a lot easier if I was just, I'm going to stick this, glue some of this together. Now, while I can, let me just grab so here these two together. So that's going to go onto there. I need something else. I think that I was thinking is going to go there like that. But what I'm going to do first off is remove some of that tacky off there. Because I want to sit. So I'm going to glue this straight down. I've got powder everywhere now. That's the way it opens. That's going to go just about there like that. Let me see if I've got it straight. Add some dimensionals on the back of this. Before I glue that down, I'm going to grab a make a big bow. I might see if I can do. No, it looks like I'm making a bit of a mess here, but just tying a knot here and just making sort of a double bow. Let's grab a blue dot and pop on the back of that. So I want that to go somewhere about there. Yeah, I do need an extra pair of hands, Deborah. Why aren't you here helping me? Okay. So I'm going to pop that there like that. Now we need to add a few more little flowers, I think. Just going to put those in underneath there. Don't think I need to add. I think you're putting something there, but that might be enough. Don't go and go overboard too much. I don't think. What do you think? Do we need any more, or is that about it? It's sort of got a little bit of a more of a modern feel. Well, yeah, I suppose that's a good reason, Deborah. We don't live close enough. Sometimes I wish I had more craft people living nearer to me and can help me. I love getting people's opinions and yeah. But anyway, there is. I think that's enough on that one. I just don't think it needs anything more. I think the little bit of the copper on there probably could have put that in a little bit further. It's gone a little bit past there. Let's grab the envelopes. So you've got that beautiful envelope with that one. You've got that envelope to go with that card. And there's no reason why you can't mix up your envelopes as well. Grab two more envelopes out. So you can very easily go that envelope with that card. And that one with that card. So there's all our cards, our 4 cards we've made today, and we could have kept going. So 2 we've cased. So we cased that one, and we've cased, so we've cased those 2 cards, and then there's that card there, and this card that you guys all helped with. So I hope you've enjoyed that. That was actually quite fun. I sometimes find doing these a little bit more challenging because everything is sort of already pre-done for you. So when you're trying to stay within just using the products that come in the set, I mean, of course, you can add dies, you can add, got something written on there, I just want to, before it goes on everything. You can add dies, you can add your other stamp sets for other sentiments. There's a lot you could do with this. And of course, you know, you've got your scrapbooks as well too, your pocket pages, which you can use them for, and frame them. You know, some of these are quite pretty. You can frame them quite well. So grab yourself some memories and more cards and give yourself a challenge. See what you come up with. You know, there's lots of fun things. There's no reason why, as I said before, in the catalogue they had that one which was made into a box. You could fold some of these in back on itself like a Z fold card and do a few things like that. There's lots of things that you could do with this. I just think this is very pretty, and the colours are just so nice and bright. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I've had a lot of fun. Got a big mess here to clean up now, but that's okay. Don't mind that. But take care. And on Friday, I think, depending on how I go with some sewing I've got going, but we might be playing with some watercolor paper and some ink and embossing and see what we come up with. So have a lovely day or evening. Take care, and I'll catch up with you hopefully on Friday. Bye for now.